Here's what most travelers get completely wrong about Japan. They think Kyoto is the ultimate cultural destination, but I'm about to reveal the top 10 experiences in a city that was the center of Japanese civilization 300 years before Kyoto even became important. This countdown takes you through Japan's original capital, where over 1,000 sacred deer roam freely through ancient temple grounds, and UNESCO World Heritage sites sit practically empty of tourists. From number 10 to number 1, each experience gets progressively more incredible, building up to encounters that will completely redefine what you think traditional Japan looks like. Starting our countdown at number 10, we're going to feed the sacred deer throughout Nara City. You walk into what looks like a regular city park, but something immediately feels different. There are wild animals just wandering around like they own the place. These aren't just any animals though, and feeding them wrong could turn your peaceful moment into a chaotic situation real fast. Over 1,000 sacred deer roam freely, not just in Nara Park, but throughout the entire city. These deer bow for crackers because Shinto beliefs consider them messengers of the thunder god Takemikazuchi no Makoto. You can buy shika senbei crackers from official vendors for about 200 yen, but never feed them anything else as this harms their health. Keep food items hidden to avoid aggressive behavior, and don't touch baby deer since mothers are very protective. This isn't just animal feeding, you're participating in a 1,300-year-old spiritual tradition that connects you directly to ancient Japanese beliefs. Head there early morning around 8 a.m. when deer are hungriest and most active, spending about 30 minutes here before crowds arrive. Coming in at number 9, Nara Park itself serves as your wildlife headquarters. Most city parks have benches and maybe some pigeons, but Nara Park covers 240 acres where the wildlife runs the show. You're sharing space with semi-wild animals in the middle of a city, and they've learned some tricks that might surprise you. These deer have adapted to urban life in ways you won't believe. They bow for food like we already covered, but they also stop at traffic lights and use crosswalks just like regular pedestrians. You'll get photo opportunities unlike anywhere else in the world when deer casually stroll past temples and pose next to ancient buildings. The park connects all the major temples, making it your base for temple hopping while enjoying constant wildlife encounters. This massive green space serves as both Japan's most accessible wildlife experience and your efficient pathway between Nara's biggest attractions. Plan to spend your entire day using the park as your main route. At number 8, we're heading to Nakatanidou for the Mochi that stops traffic. There's a small shop in Nara where people line up not for souvenirs or temple visits, but to watch someone make rice cakes. This isn't your typical food preparation. It's a high-speed performance that happens only at specific times, and if you miss it, you're out of luck. The lightning-fast mochi pounding technique at Nakatanidou has become legendary, with the master creating fresh mochi in seconds using traditional methods. You'll watch rhythmic pounding that creates a visual performance as much as a culinary experience. This 130-year-old shop maintains traditional techniques while creating a modern spectacle that draws crowds from around the world. You're witnessing a living piece of Japanese culinary tradition that's been perfected over generations, plus getting the freshest mochi you'll ever taste. Visit between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. when demonstrations happen most frequently, spending 15 to 20 minutes watching and buying fresh mochi. Number 7 brings us to Kofuku-ji Temple. Every postcard of Nara features the same towering structure, but most visitors have no idea they're looking at a symbol of one of Japan's most powerful families. This temple complex holds secrets about political intrigue and religious power struggles that shaped Japan for centuries. Kofuku-ji served as the Fujiwara clan's family temple, and this family controlled Japanese politics for 500 years through strategic marriages and religious influence. The 5-story pagoda stands as Nara's most recognizable landmark and one of Japan's tallest pagodas. The National Treasure Museum houses one of the most impressive collections of Buddhist art in all of Japan. including the famous Ashura statue with its mysterious expression that draws visitors from around the world. You're not just seeing beautiful architecture, you're standing in the headquarters of medieval Japan's most influential power brokers. Spend 45 minutes here in late afternoon when lighting is perfect for pagoda photos. Number 6 takes us to Kasuga Taisha Shrine. Imagine walking through a tunnel where thousands of lanterns hang overhead, each one representing a prayer or wish from centuries past. But these lanterns aren't just decoration. They're part of a lighting ceremony that happens only twice a year, creating one of Japan's most magical experiences. Kasuga Taisha features 3,000 stone and bronze lanterns lining the pathways, donated by worshippers over 800 years and lit during the Montoro festivals in February and August. The shrine was established in 768 AD as the Fujiwara family's spiritual headquarters and served as protector deity of Nara. The Vermilion corridors showcase classic Shinto architecture, while the main halls house 4 guardian deities, including Takemikazuchi. You're walking through a physical manifestation of centuries of prayers, where each lantern represents someone's hopes and dreams from across Japanese history. Visit in early morning around 9 a.m. for peaceful atmosphere, spending 40 minutes exploring the lantern-lined paths. Before we continue to the next thing to do on our list, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more travel guides just like this one. Number 5 takes us to Naramachi district. Most of old Japan got bulldozed for modern development, but there's one neighborhood in Nara where you can actually walk inside buildings from 400 years ago. These aren't museum replicas, they're real merchant houses where families lived and worked, and many still hide secrets about daily life in feudal Japan. Naramachi's preserved Machiya townhouses feature narrow facades hiding deep interiors, designed to minimize street tax while maximizing living space. Former merchant shops now house traditional craft shops, local museums, and cafes where you can experience authentic architecture while learning about Edo period commerce. You can visit the Lattice House Museum to see how merchants actually lived and worked in these spaces. You're literally stepping inside the daily life of medieval Japanese merchants, experiencing their ingenious solutions to urban living challenges. Spend 1 hour in late afternoon wandering the narrow streets, visiting the Lattice House Museum, and browsing traditional craft shops. Number 4 brings us to Yoshikien Garden and Isuien Garden. Japanese garden design follows strict principles, but the masters who created these two gardens broke one major rule. They stole scenery that didn't belong to them. This borrowed scenery technique sounds simple, but it requires perfect timing and positioning to make distant mountains look like part of your private garden. Both gardens use shika to incorporate Mount Wakakusa and Todai-ji's rooflines into their compositions. Yoshikien showcases 3 distinct styles: a pond garden, moss garden, and tea ceremony garden, each designed for different seasons and viewing angles. Isuien features 2 sections, with the front garden dating to the 17th century and the rear garden created in 1899 by a wealthy merchant. You're experiencing a masterclass in landscape design where human creativity extends the garden's boundaries beyond its physical walls. Visit during late morning around 10 a.m., when lighting enhances the borrowed scenery effect, spending 45 minutes appreciating the design techniques. Coming in at number 3, we're visiting Toshodai-ji and Yakushi-ji temples. These 2 temples sit side by side, but they represent completely different approaches to bringing Buddhism from China to Japan. One was built by a Chinese monk who risked everything to reach Japan, while the other showcases Japanese innovations that changed Buddhism forever. Toshodai-ji was founded in 759 by Chinese priest Ganjin after 6 failed attempts to reach Japan. The temple's name translates to Temple of the One Invited from Tang China. Yakushi-ji was built in the late 7th century and developed uniquely Japanese Buddhist architecture with its symmetrical layout and twin pagodas. The architectural differences are striking. Toshodai-ji reflects pure Chinese influence while Yakushi-ji showcases Japanese innovations. The East Pagoda at Yakushi-ji dates from 730 and survived multiple fires that destroyed other buildings. You're seeing the exact moment when foreign religion became Japanese tradition, preserved in wood and stone for 300 years. Number 2 takes us to Mount Wakakusa. Most mountains are protected from fire, but every January the people of Nara deliberately set this entire mountain ablaze in a tradition that's both beautiful and mysterious. The reasons behind this annual burning have been debated for centuries, with theories ranging from practical land management to ancient spiritual warfare. The Wakakusa Yamayaki Festival happens on the 4th Saturday of January, where the entire mountainside is set on fire, creating a spectacular sight visible throughout the region. The festival begins with a fireworks display around 5:00 p.m. to drive away the deer to safety. Then the grass gets lit, creating a mesmerizing sea of fire that burns for 30 minutes to an hour. This 342-meter-tall mountain serves as Nara's best viewpoint, offering panoramic views of the city, temples, and surrounding countryside from its gentle hiking trails. You're climbing a mountain that serves as both Nara's natural landmark and the stage for one of Japan's most dramatic annual festivals. And our number 1 experience takes us to Todai-ji Temple. Engineers today struggle to build wooden structures half this size, but 300 years ago, Japanese carpenters created the world's largest wooden building without using a single nail. Inside sits a bronze Buddha so massive that the building had to be constructed around it, and there's a secret test hidden in the structure that determines your spiritual future. Todai-ji's Great Buddha Hall houses the 15-meter-tall Daibutsu, with the open hand alone being as tall as a human being. Traditional Japanese joinery techniques connect every piece of wood without metal fasteners, creating an engineering marvel that has survived earthquakes and centuries. The famous pillar features a hole the size of Buddha's nostril, where successfully crawling through supposedly guarantees enlightenment in the next life. You're experiencing the pinnacle of ancient Japanese engineering and spirituality, where physical achievement and religious devotion created something that still amazes modern visitors. Save this for late afternoon around 4 p.m. as your grand finale. You've just experienced Japan's original capital in the most efficient way possible, hitting every major attraction that makes Nara unique in a single day. This itinerary maximizes your limited time while providing deep cultural experiences that most tourists rushing between Kyoto and Osaka completely miss. Nara offers something no other Japanese city can: the perfect combination of accessible wildlife, ancient architecture, and spiritual experiences all within walking distance. From sacred deer bowing for crackers to the world's largest wooden building, you've witnessed 300 years of Japanese history compressed into one incredible day. If this helped plan your Nara adventure, hit that like button and subscribe for more Japan travel guides. Let me know in the comments which experience you're most excited about.